Okay, we're gonna do a wet circuit change now. So the wet circuit is gonna utilize the Fisher-Paykel, the MR730, which is the high humidity machine. This machine has a couple pieces that you have to set up so that you can use it before I can even do my circuit change. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take my water chamber and I'm gonna connect that to my, my Fisher-Paykel machine. So here is my water bag. The water bag is connected to this water chamber right here. I'll go ahead and throw this on. This would be filled with distilled water, but right now I don't have it filled, so just keep in mind you would want water in this. As soon as I have water in the bag, it's gonna automatically fill this humidifier. So now I'm gonna push down on this button here so that I can set my water chamber on the hot plate, and I'm gonna slide it in place until it clicks so that it won't come back off. So this is in place now. The next thing I wanna do is connect my heater wire adapter in. So this heater wire adapter is what's gonna make the wires heat up that's in my tubing. So I do wanna make sure that this is plugged in. It's gonna plug in on the side of this machine, right in the top here where it says heater wire. So this is gonna plug in, it only fits one way. And then when it clicks in, it should stick and it won't come back out. The next thing I want to hook up is my heater wire temperature probes. So these probes go into my tubing, but I do have to plug them in to make sure that they're working. So this part of the probe is going to plug in to where it says probe on the machine. So right here. So now this is ready to go too. Now that my Fisher-Paykel is plugged in, I can go ahead and assemble the rest of my circuit. So my parts to my circuit are gonna be the exact same as what my dry circuit was. I'm gonna have my bacteria filter. I'm gonna have tubing, but I need 2 pieces of tubing. So this tubing is wet tubing, that's why it's got the blue corrugation around it. Underneath this blue is the wires that heat up. So these are where heated wires are at, so it does get warm. So I have a short one, and then I'm also gonna have a long one. The long one is gonna go to the patient. The short one is gonna go from the ventilator to the MR730. And then I'm gonna need an exhalation valve. For this demo, I'm gonna use an active exhalation valve. So an active exhalation valve actually has 2 lines that are gonna plug into the ventilator. So I'll show you how to do that. And then the last part would be my humidity, but I've already set the humidity up, but that's gonna give me my 5 basic parts. Oh, and I actually forgot I'm gonna need my dead space too. So starting off with my bacteria filter, this is gonna plug into the ventilator. So that's gonna go right here. Turn this there. That's gonna go here. The next thing I'm gonna do is take my short tubing and plug this into the bacteria filter. And then it's gonna go into the MR730. Doesn't really matter what side you put it on. The next thing I'm gonna do is take my long tubing, and the long tubing actually has a part that's gonna plug into that adapter that I already plugged in. So I'm gonna make sure this part is on the heated humidity chamber so that it can plug into the adapter. So this is gonna plug in here. And now I can connect this adapter to this tail that's hanging off of the tubing. Sorry, my hand's in the way. So here you can see there's a 2-prong that's gonna plug into the 2 prongs here. So now this is connected and this will work for me. My tubing is gonna get connected to my exhalation valve. So here is my exhalation valve. This is gonna connect, the wires are gonna run towards the ventilator. So if you look, the wires are running down. So that's how I know that I need to connect it this way into the tubing. You do have to be careful because it can connect either way, but if I connect it this way, my wires are gonna be running up by the patient. So I wanna make sure they're connecting down so that I can now plug them in to my astral vent. Here, this is really hard to see, but one of these tubes is a little bit bigger than the other one. So this one's a little bigger than this one, and one of these nozzles is a little bit bigger than the other one, and it's the bottom that's bigger than the top. So they do actually only fit one way. So on the bottom, I'll connect one on the top, I'll connect the other, and that way I know they're where they're supposed to go. So now I can connect my dead space. My dead space is going to get connected to my exhalation valve. So the last thing that I need to do, my circuit is almost fully complete, but I do have my heater wire probe sites open. And if I don't connect my heater wires here, this will cause a really big leak in your circuit. So here are my heater wires, and I have a short probe. This short probe is gonna actually connect into here. And then I have a long probe. Some people like to coil this around the tubing. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you can. And then this long probe is just gonna connect into here. So now, if I wanted to turn on the astral vent, I could turn it on and connect my patient to it, and I'd have my completed circuit.